Oops, I think we went live. Okay. And there we are. But come on, just a second before I meant to. Hi everybody. Hold on a minute, I'm just grabbing my board. Gotta get a new board out. This is what I made earlier. It's called Spring Mist. Isn't that lovely? So, I still have my head cold, but hi. I'm here. I am painting today. And by the way, this is Gina from Little August Ranch. You just can't see me because I'm already hiding, getting ready to paint freehand, freestyle, for our booth on Sunday. I always have to keep it fresh. I have a real mixture of customers that come through the booth, and as far as regulars and visitors. And our regulars, gosh you guys, I didn't even get my papers or something. Our regulars, oh my gosh, so 2 or 3 times a month if I'm there. That market just started in November and recently went to every week. But I'll say I see a good handful of people every single week, and then some that just come once in a while, and then some that are brand new. But the ones that come every week generally attend the church that's in the same parking lot. And I do have a whole bunch of clean brushes that I'm just grabbing. But anyway, they attend the church in the same parking lot. And so I have a lot of folks that come by and just say, hey, what do you have new? Sometimes they're just lookers and sometimes they're buyers. But you know, I always need to have, well, and we're always changing, aren't we? But I always need to have brand new things in order to show and all that good stuff. So I am starting with this board here. And I'm just going to, hold on a minute. I'm just going to, my swiper thing isn't working, so I cannot see your comments. I'm sorry. But I'm just going to kind of outline what I'm doing. And I'm not really going to tell you what I'm doing. That's for me to know and you to find out, right? So we're just going to kind of make a bit of an outline. And go from there. And the reason why I'm doing it this color is that's going to be the background color. That's about it. I don't need to do more than this. That's it. Here we go. And yeah, I do teach paint parties as well. So if that's something you're interested in, we can have a whole lot of fun with that. But yeah, I'm just painting some spring stuff for the booth, and I think I showed you guys yesterday some cactus that I did, but that was a lot of fun. So that'll be going there this Sunday. We're going to be at the 41st Street Market, open air market in Anthem this Sunday, and Lord willing I won't have a head cold anymore. That would be good. I'm telling you what, you guys, this one kicked me. It's certainly not the worst cold I've ever had by far. It certainly isn't how I've heard some people describe COVID, so that's a good thing. But yeah, it was just from a baby. I caught it from the little guy. So it's not terrible, but it's just really sleepy. Alright, so we're just going to do this. Just kind of start it off. What is it? Anybody know what it's going to be? And actually my preferred method of painting is totally freestyle. It is. Just unleashed. I made lines on the background because I need to keep an area white, and You'll see later why. But yeah, I need to keep that white. So that's why I did that. So what kinds of things do you guys like to see this time of year? You can let me know and I will read the comments and post later. And I'm trying to see, like, I don't know. Say hi if you're on here. I'm trying to see if there's any comments, and I have my iPad in front of me. But between having a head cold and paying attention to where I'm putting the darn paint. So yeah, I just kind of like to squiggle on in. I don't want to get too wild there. I do need to have some. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. I have my lighting all kind of funny right now on my board, but that's okay. Alrighty, kind of liking the way that looks. I don't know, I kind of like it not blended for this. I don't want to blend too heavy. I think I'm going to add a little more white strickies into it. I go through a tremendous amount of white paint, you guys, like a tremendous amount. You have no idea. We just go through a bunch. Hey, if you're on here, say hello. So we have all kinds of viewers. I don't know if anyone's saying hello, and I'm trying to keep an eye on my iPad to see. I might have that turned off. And so I'm trying to adjust because I just got a new setup for working on this, and I trying to see if I need to swipe. Maybe I don't have this the right direction. Maybe I need to turn it around. I'm not on my camera that I'm filming on, but on my iPad that I'm keeping an eye on. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of swirl, swish, swish and swirl, swirl and swish through. I think that is a really good coverage. Done with that. Alright, I'm going to mess for just a second, you guys, with this. So if somebody could say hello, because there's several people on here right now, that'd be really good. If I could figure out. It's not happening. Oh my goodness. And I can't very well go up there with the phone. But darn it anyway. Trying to see if something comes through. No, poo. Okay, so we got that done. And now I'm just going to continue on with another color, adding another color. I didn't want to get that wet. Shoot. Sometimes that happens. We need to wash out. We try not to wash out our brushes around here when we don't have to. I'm going to try to wait because it doesn't matter if we're running or not. I'll come back to this later, so I'm just going to. So this is something that I'm working on for this Sunday's Farmers Market, and then we have another show coming up. The 27th of March, and that one's going to be downtown, downtown for me. My gosh, we're way up here in the river. We are so far away from civilization. I feel it every time I need to go to the grocery store for one item. So that one item thing, you guys, it doesn't happen. Scott actually has to pick it up for me, which he just did. So we will be having corned beef and cabbage because it is St. Patrick's Day. Let's go right here. Yeah, so it's St. Patrick's Day, and we will be having that because he was willing to go get that one item. But that show on the 27th is going to be at Floor and Decor, and it's to benefit rescue animals. So they're going to be having a rescue event. You don't have to rescue an animal to go. But they are happy to take your donations of, canned goods, toys for dogs and cats and that kind of thing. if you so choose to do that. That would be a great thing if you wanted to. I am going to donate a few signs. This is not one that I'll be donating to the event because I'm doing animal theme for that event. Maybe I'd come along here and paint an animal eventually. A dog or cat sign. And that's the other thing, you guys. I am really looking for ideas for dog and cat signs. Doesn't have to be rescue, but if you have, I have a ton of dog. Really, I do. I have a bunch of 3-foot like leaners. Like I do a lot of the patio leaners in 5-foot. So I have a whole lot of the 3-foot. Those seem to be the right size for a lot of people looking for dog decor. So I have that. But I don't have, okay, true confessions. I don't have a single sign currently for a cat. So is that sad? I am kind of partial to dogs. We have dogs, so that's why I guess I make the dog signs. But I do need an idea, or 2 or 3. Hey, if you're just coming on, pop on in and say hi. Love to know where you're from today. Where you're coming in from today. And I'm just going to even this out a little bit. And I'm painting today, I'm painting something for my booth. We have a booth at the open air market this weekend on Sunday. It's always weird for me to say Sunday. When we lived in Idaho, Coeur d'Alene, for years and years and years and years, I would attend the farmer's market on Saturday. So do you guys go to the market where you're from? I'd love to know if they have farmer's markets where you are and when they normally hold them. Right now we're fully opened. It's a great time of year in far North Phoenix for that kind of thing. But you know what? Coming up soon, no more. I mean, it's gonna be hot. Oh yeah, and that's not even COVID related. It's gonna be hot. We're looking at, summer temperatures triple digit. Like that's just standard. Okay, so that looks, believe it or not, you guys, that looks really, really good. So next I'm gonna take a sip of tea for my throat. And let's see, what am I gonna do color-wise? That's always the thing. I haven't decided totally. I knew the color family I was going to use here, but I haven't quite gotten that. Okay. I do a whole lot of blending. We're going to go yellow here today. I'm feeling we need a little yellow. I'm feeling it is finally warm again. We've had a lot of yuck weather. We just had family here. We had our son and daughter-in-law and grandsons here for a full week. And you guys, it was cold in Arizona. And they live in Boise. And so they kept looking, at the temperature every day because that's what we do, right? On our smartphones. And it was actually warmer in Boise, Idaho, than it was in Phoenix, Arizona. I mean, that's just crazy, isn't it? That's just the craziest thing I've ever heard. We moved here to Arizona. This is my husband's home state. And see this, you're not going to see any of that blue when I'm finished with it. But yeah, it's the craziest thing. We moved here back to his home state because we were cold and we wanted to be warm. I'm a San Diego Beach girl originally, and him being a desert guy, we just wanted to be warm. So we moved here almost 4 years ago now, back to Scott's home state, and now we have family that is like, yeah, we want to come see you when it's cold where we are and warm where you are. And then it ends up being colder here than in Idaho. So between that and being around the baby that got the cooties from somebody with a cold that worked in the church nursery. That was special. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. You guys, if you're sick, I don't care if it's COVID or not COVID, you don't go out. You don't go around other people and get them sick. That's just not nice. So that's what that lady did. She said, hey, I'm wearing a mask. So it doesn't matter if I have a cold. I can be around people, right? Oh, man. Not really. So because of her not being thoughtful, you got the little guy sick, you got me sick. Thank you very much. He's 16 months old as of yesterday already. I can't believe it. Time just flies. So, hey, if you're just joining, just say hello. I'd love to see who is popping on and where you're from and all that good jazz. So go ahead and do that. For some reason, my comment thing is not working down here on my iPad. A little bit upset about that. I'm trying to figure that out, but it's not like I don't know how to do Facebook, right? But yeah, it's just not giving me that, and my camera's obviously that way today. So I am just creating some new product for our booth this week, for this weekend. I already did a couple of these, and I did some cactus. I showed you guys the cactus yesterday, and I started a board yesterday that I will show you again here in a minute. It's not complete yet. Okay, just a little bit. It's not complete yet. It's not even. But if you remember yesterday, this is the next step. So here I kind of had fun with it. I had a lot of fun with this. So the delay is always fun. This is going to be a summer piece for sure. Isn't it fun? Okay. So that'll be, that might not make it for Sunday. We'll see. It might not. I'm waiting for something to come in the mail. Seems like I'm always waiting for something to arrive. But thank goodness for Amazon, right? I'm supposed to just be able to swipe. I don't know. I'm getting all this stuff here. But yeah, I'm waiting for Amazon to bring me something today to finish that. But I don't know about you guys, but I have had a heck of a time with Amazon lately. I keep getting notifications. We got this the other day when my oldest son Corey, when he was visiting here with his family. Corey likes to do projects for us, and he was going to install our new, what do you call it? The Nest thermostat, and he was going to put these plates behind them. They're supposed to arrive. Got notification earlier in the day that it would arrive by 10 p.m. and nothing. Went to bed before 10 p.m., got up the next day, nothing. And then later in the day, I got notification that it'd be arriving late. Like, okay, so not by 10 p.m. Good thing. You know, and that's fine. I get it. They've got a lot going on and stuff, but Corey had to wait for that darn thing all day. I mean, it's not like he had to be here for delivery or anything. It was just really cold that day, so we were all home and playing cards with the kids and stuff, and it was super fun. So did you guys play card games? Yeah, we play hand and foot is the game that we play with the grandkids. So we did a lot of hand and foot. We just taught them, and they really took to it well. They are currently 7 and almost 10. Turning 10 in a couple of weeks here. So it's super fun that they're now able to play these games that we enjoy so much. Because, you know, you always hate it when your grandkids are over and you don't see them very often, but you really like the parents too, and you really want to do things, you know, all together. It's nice that the kids are now old enough to be able to do that. Some of them. Little guy just ran around, and my daughter and her husband lived up the street. So they came over and the little guy ran around. And that's good too. Alright, so some of this has to dry a little bit. And we will continue on down the road with, alright, where did I put that? Alright, this one's not open yet. So chances are it's a color I've not used it. I mean, okay, let's see. Looks good from the outside. It'll work. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. It usually does, right? Yeah, so we didn't do any of the typical Arizona things that we like to do when they come to visit, just because it was, you know, like I said, it was kind of gross weather. We had pouring down rain, we had wind, you know, all that kind of fun stuff. So we're just now today finally getting warm again. Alright, I got a paintbrush in one hand and I'm painting with a paintbrush in the other hand. I really should get rid of one so I'm more balanced. not the one I'm painting with. We'll get to there we go. My paint surface, my craft surface isn't as clean as I would like it. I don't know. You guys ever work on projects and end up with stuff just everywhere? And if you're just coming on, I'm just creating product for this weekend and weekends to come. We have a lot of stuff coming up yet before Arizona gets a little bit too hot to do events outside. So right now we're prime season for having outdoor events. The weather is pretty agreeable, although like I just mentioned with our family here this last week, it wasn't great. It was pretty darn chilly, and I'm glad we didn't have a show on Sunday. We planned in advance to not do anything. Gosh, you guys, I got paint all over my cup. But, you know, I am drinking out of what was green cup, see my tea, for St. Patrick's Day, and it's now a painted white, but that's okay. I just moved to a little bit bigger of a brush, just because I don't think I got that one too wet, a little too wet. And I am creating these to sell in my booth, so I do want to make sure they, you know, they're a quality product for sure. And I always wonder, you know, like, who my customers are, whose house is this going into? You know, you kind of wonder that. It's really fun. That's why I like the farmers markets. I like them. I'm not liking that brush as much. I like the farmers markets more than I even like Etsy and stuff. I sell a lot on Etsy, but I mean, for being a new business, I'm not on there. But you don't get to know the customers as well. I mean, I do a lot of custom work on Etsy. I get to know those folks, but you just don't get to know them like you do at the farmers market. It's really fun because I've had people that have come back week after week, and you know, they might have bought something from me already, or they might have, you know, said that they're remodeling, or they're getting ready to change up things and stuff, and they're gonna want some pieces. But to build those relationships and stuff, especially when you've done the custom work. That's just been really, really, really fun. And if you don't know, from 1987 until like 2000-ish, I hand painted clothing. I did that. I'm gonna wait on that side. Anyway, hand painted clothing, and it was almost completely customized. Almost completely. There was a little bit that wasn't, but it was a lot of custom work. And I did the craft shows. That was fun. And it was a lot of fun. But times were changing back then, and people didn't want handcrafted as much, and it just wasn't as fun as it once was. And so I went from there to having a scrapbook store, and that was fun. The store was still home-based, and we did that for a number of years. We did that until around, oh gosh, when was that? Like 2008, I think it was, that I actually got out of that and started health coaching and all that kind of fun stuff. But you know, over the last few years, I've just been dying to get back into crafting. And I mean, it was driving me insane, you guys, because I was so busy doing other things that I didn't even have time to make my own stuff. And so that's what was really just killing me, is my crafting would be dinner. And we ate a lot of dinner. You know, you do. But you eat it, and what do you have to show for it, you know? So I was really just wanting to get back to making stuff and doing it professionally. So that's what I did. And there was some highlights on here. So yeah, so we started Little August Ranch back in, well, it's been 2 years now. And if you scroll on this site, on this page, on our Little August Ranch page, if you scroll, you're going to see the building of our house. That's on there. And I don't have a whole lot of pictures, but I do have some cool pictures of the building of our house. But we bought the land about 2 years ago. Scott had seen this even when we lived in Idaho, and he wanted it, but we found out there was all kinds of weird water issues and stuff, and then that changed. So we ended up buying a house at first over in Anthem, and that was fine, but there was just, you know, it wasn't what he really wanted at all. He wanted land. We only have land. So we called Little August Ranch because I wanted to live in August when we were in Idaho. Here, August, I don't know, it's a little hot. But in Idaho, where we were, it was really cold all the time. And it just sounded like a good idea to live in August because it was just so nice. And we don't have any family birthdays, or didn't. We do now, we are a little old. We didn't have any family birthdays. We didn't have any, you know, there's no holidays. And our kids didn't go to school until September. So that was really, really fun that we had all that time with them in August. So that's where Little August Ranch came from. And I'm going to finish what I'm showing you part here in just a minute and go off, let things dry up a bit. But yeah, we ranch signs. We are a sign ranch. So right here on the premise, Scott and Brian, our son, 30-year-old son, they help me out. They are cutting wood and sanding wood in their spare time, and I design and paint. So that and Pork Collie Ranch. We have 4 border collies. And their pictures are also shown on here. Just scroll around. We had 2 border collies, and then Ryan, when he came to live with us, oh gosh, that was this summer, he had 2 border collies. So now we have 4 border collies. And it's really cool because we all work from home, doing our thing. And in addition to Little August Ranch, now this is what I do all day long. Oh my gosh, getting ready for that last show. If you guys watched those lives, I was insane getting ready. All right, that's all I'm going to do for now. And I'm going to turn this off. Come back later, and I'll show you the finished item here. And this, like I said, it's going to be in my booth on Sunday. I have to keep thinking about that because to me, farmer's market on Sunday it's just off. For some reason, it's just a little weird thing to have farmer's market on Sunday. I'm not used to that because in Idaho it was always Saturday. It's just a mind thing. But I'd love to know if you guys have farmer's markets where you are because they're so much fun. We certainly enjoy it. All right, you guys, thanks so much for tuning in. And if you're watching on the replay, just let me know. Bye-bye. I think bye-bye. It's hard to bye-bye when you can't see the button. There we go. I'm not wearing